Good morning. Hi, guys. Happy Monday morning. Who's ready to rumble? How are you? I'll give you guys just a couple minutes, and then we're going to get right into this. We got a lot to do, a lot to cover. And let me see here. I have my back office pulled up. Okay, who's my first one on? Who is it? Oh, wait, what's this little plus button? Oh, invite members. Oh, I can go through and invite members. Do. Look at me. I'm clicking on all these people. Megan, Trisha, Jennifer, Leanne, Ashley, Lois. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. Get ready, guys. All right. Hi. All right. This is awesome. Okay. I'm just going to click a couple more and then, okay. I invited all these people. Hi, Allison. Oh, Allison, I think I just sent you an invitation. I just like scrolled through the list and like clicked a bunch. Hi, Beth. Hello. How are you? Hi, Tiffany. Good morning. Are you guys ready? Hi, Melinda. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am constantly trying to find ways to connect with everybody as the team keeps getting bigger and bigger. And I really miss that connection that I had when it was small. So I'm trying to find ways to be able to still give you the same training, but I don't have the same amount, well, I have the same amount of time, I just have too many people. So I'm going to do this as a series, okay? I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna go through the back office. You guys are gonna be with me. Please take notes. We're gonna look at this as a one-on-one training session between you and me, and then I'm gonna upload this to YouTube and post the link. And so you guys can, praying for you, Ashley, honey. Oh my goodness. Yeah, hi, there's a hurricane, so my connection is weak. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know I said no excuses, but okay, that excuse, we will accept that excuse. So I'm gonna go through this back office. I'm gonna show you what I do. I've made other videos about this, but I find that after a while, people don't ever go back and watch, and so I need to kind of, you know how it is, and you do the same with your teams. You have to kind of say the same things over and over. So I'm gonna show you what I've done from the very beginning. And it all involves being able to read your back office. You have to know what you're looking at. And I don't mean go to your back office and say, ooh, what are my company sales? No, that's not what this is about. This is about looking in your back office and finding those gold nuggets. Oh, do you like the lip color? Thank you. I was a little, it's stubborn. Imagine that. Yes. So, yeah, I was a little, when I put it on. But you know, when you put this splash on, you got to commit, because it does not come off easily. No. Thank you so much. So yeah, you have to know what you're looking at when you're in your back office. You have to know how to read it, and you have to be able to see where you have a golden nugget. And so I have a couple of different back offices pulled up here. And so I'm just going to get right to it. Here's the thing. A lot of times, most often, and I'm going to just speak the truth in how I see it, and it's not just me with a couple of examples. I'm talking 3 years of experience doing this, and hundreds of leaders, okay, that I've coached. There's a trend. There's a lot of common denominators. So the first thing is, everybody thinks that their situation is unique, pardon the pun. That their situation is unique, that they're the only ones, they're the only leaders with the only team, with people who are in the red that are going to drop off, with people who are sleeping, with people who aren't working, with people who aren't returning their messages. with people who aren't working their business the way that you would like for them to work their business. And I'm here to tell you it's normal. It's completely normal, okay? If you think that your team is dying, and it very well could be, if you think that it's dying, the only reason that it's dying is because you are not sponsoring 3 to 5 people a month. That is, for me, that's the sweet spot, 3 to 5 people, because I like to really get in and be hands-on with my people. Any more than 5, and I can't give them the time and the attention that they need. So that's number 1. So the good news is it's in your hands. It's you know, I don't ever like it if there's a situation that that I'm not happy with, that I don't have any power over. So this isn't about blame. This is about making you realize that you have the power to change this. If you are not consistently sponsoring, your team will just fade away. It'll just fade away. That's just the way that it is. Because attrition with any company, people come in, they try it out. I don't know. It's not my thing. I'd rather watch TV. I like to play Candy Crush. There's all kinds of, I've got a hurricane, whatever. There's all kinds of reasons why people don't work their business. So, you know how when you know, every month we start at 0, right? We all start at 0. And I remember back when I first started, and I didn't realize that. In the first month that I started back at 0, what? Oh, devastated. Devastated. Yeah. It was a very sad day. But then I realized the way that I get those numbers back up again as quickly as possible is by sponsoring. Because every month it's the launch parties of the new presenters that give you the boost. When you have some presenters who are just getting past to the end of their warm market, okay, your warm market is all of your friends and family. You should be blowing through that in the first 2 weeks of your business. I'm just telling you right now. And then your job becomes turning your cold market into your warm market, okay? Warming up people, getting new people. But that's every month I would think, oh God, how are we going to do it again? How are we going to do it again? It's because you get new people that you've sponsored, and they start their launch parties. And you don't just say, start your launch party. You get in there with them. I would get on the phone. I would be almost on the phone daily for hours for like 2 weeks with each person that I sponsored. I'm on my computer, they're on their computer. I got my earbuds in, and I'm like, go to this part in your back office. Go here, click here, do this, do that. This is how you create a graphic. Okay, go into your, and I'd be in their party page. I would not post for them, but I would say, okay, post this, and then later today, post another one. Just a little side note. I think that it is very, very, very important that we get back to, now that we have such a wide product line, it is very important that when you're doing your online parties, you get back to focusing on one product. Get back to focusing, do splash bashes, okay? Do mascara parties. Do the liquid foundation parties, okay? Pick a product that you love. Let it be the gateway. Let it be the gateway drug of choice to get them to your website. Because that's how I had successful parties when I first started. I was seeing a lot of parties going on. I was not yet a presenter. I didn't know what was being sold. I didn't know. All I knew is I'm seeing all these graphics of makeup products. I didn't stop to take the time to learn about any one in particular. I just saw a bunch of stuff. So all that I knew was this is some online company that they don't sell in Sephora and they don't sell at Nordstrom, and I have no interest. Because I don't know what makes them special. And I don't want to try some random product, right? It wasn't until I try, yes, thank you, Michelle. I'm going to get to that one too. But it wasn't until I realized, wait a minute, they have this 3D mascara. I've never seen anything like it. ever, 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 ever. So then when I joined, I thought, okay, I knew from my marketing advertising degree that it takes somebody 10 to 15 times of seeing the same image before it really resonates with them, before they really stop to go, okay, what is this? So that's when I decided I'm going to focus on the mascara. So I started doing mascara parties. Well, sure enough, posting 2 to 3 times a day, I would be at day 4 or 5. Okay, so that's, roughly within the 10 to 15, it's within the 10 to 15 images before I would start having any sales. Because finally people would say, wait, what? What is this? What is this? And then they would see it. And it's a simple message. You have to be able to capture their attention while they're in line at Target, while they're in line at the post office, and they're going through their news feed at the speed of light, okay? Keep the message simple. And the other benefit of that is it helps you. Your business has got to be duplicatable. That means that what you are doing, your downline has got to be able to do it if you're going to be successful. A lot of girls like to do Google ads. They're within compliance. They follow the rules. They do Facebook ads. They sponsor and sell like crazy, and yet they're not able to maintain their status. There's a reason. It's because what they're doing, while it gets them a lot of presenters in numbers, it gets them quantity, not quality, and it gets them a lot of PRS, which results in a lot of commission, but it's not sustainable. They're not building a solid foundation, and they're not building, something that's going to, like I was saying, duplicate. What I do, I have to be able to show you how to do it. You have to be able to do it. And then you have to be able to teach your team how to do it. Now, that's not to say that here and there might not be somebody who can do a Google ad and sponsor like a boss and take those people and train them. But the thing is, what are you going to train them to do? Are you going to train them to do Google ads? Okay, maybe. But the simplest way to get quality people to get to spread your business worldwide are through online parties. And I know you're tired of hearing it. I know you're tired of hearing it because I'm tired of saying it. But I say it because it's absolutely the truth. And I'm not just coming to you speaking from me. I speak daily with several Black Status Level 1s and Level 2 presenters. And we all have the same perspective on this. It has got to be duplicatable, okay? That's the secret. And it has to be, when I didn't have online parties, I didn't have any sales. I learned that early on. 'Cause I'm like, why am I not selling? You cannot just post a link on your business page or on your Facebook wall and expect to sell. You cannot just post a link in your VIP group and expect to sell. You cannot be your own hostess over and over and over and think that that is a legit online party. That's not an online party. An online party is when you go into, I think of it like the home parties. You go into the home, meaning you create a group for somebody that you know, hopefully you don't know them. And then they add a whole bunch of people that you now have access to that you never knew before. Because I didn't know anybody in Ohio. I didn't know anybody in Florida. I didn't know anybody in Texas. I didn't know anybody in Wisconsin. And I built teams there through online parties. The other misconception, and then we're going to get to the back office, is that, I just had a squirrel brain. Oh, the other misconception is that every online party that you have is going to qualify. Whoever said that? Did I say that? I never said that. I never said that. No. It's like Vegas. Every once in a while, you'll pull that handle and you'll get a jackpot. And you know what? That jackpot will keep you going for a while. That jackpot will get that adrenaline running and keep you going. You keep doing online parties until you hit the jackpot. You do like, I don't know, 15 parties, and within those 15 parties, you'll have like 3 or 4 that'll qualify, barely. And then you'll have maybe one that's a kick-ass party. And that party will lead to other parties. You never want to leave a party without having other parties. You want to get parties off of those parties. Don't just walk away and wave and say bye, okay? Get a party off of those parties. Try as best as you can. Make sure that you're posting with the same energy constantly, even if you're not getting any sales. They don't need to know that. Your hostess knows. They don't need to know that. You should still show up every single day, put that happy face on, and get in there and post, because for all you know, all you need is four solid customers in an online party. How hard is it to spend $50? I mean, right? Our products with the price points, you can spend $50 very quickly. You need 4 customers for a qualified party. Give me a break. You can do this, okay? But it's your expectations. Okay, so that gets me back to your team. If you're not happy where you are in your business and you come to me or you go to your upline and you're complaining about your team, here's the first thing that I do. And I'm telling you this so that when your team comes to you, these are some ideas. Someone comes to me and they're complaining about their team. I pull up their back office, and first thing I do is I look at them and I say, okay, what's their PRS? Oh, all right, well, we're at the 10th of the month and their PRS is at 0. I'm not even gonna look at the team, because I'm gonna say, why is your PRS at 0 on the 10th of the month when we have brand new products that have just been released that are included in a kudos where you get it for free? I mean, you get like one of the products for free. Because if you buy one kudos and you buy one of the matte splurge, the new color that is the color that I have waited for since the day that I was born into this unique business, you're almost qualified right there. That's $100. You should at least, at the minimum, have $100. That's just your purchase. So not only have you not bought, you haven't sold to any of your customers. Where are your customers? And it tells me that you're not engaged in your business. So now what I'm going to do, before I go any further, is I'm going to go back to last month and see where you closed out last month. And I'm going to see, what was your PRS last month? Was it $506? Was it $517? Those are kind of some of the numbers that pop up. Because if it was, what does that tell me? It tells me that you did the bare minimum. It also raises a red flag. Did you actually sell that to customers, or did you buy that on the last day of the month? Because you don't, I'm telling you this, not to give a whooping, but to give a reality check, that you don't have the right to dare complain about your team when you are not walking the walk. If you cannot walk the walk, that's your first problem. Your first problem is with yourself. So now here's where I go. I go to see, I haven't even gotten to your team yet. I'm still on you. Okay, this is going to scare anybody from wanting a coaching call with me. But hey, how am I supposed to help you if I don't know where you're at, right? So now I'm going to go and I'm going to see, when's the last time you sponsored somebody? Do you hear my dog? She snored. When is the last time you sponsored somebody? Are you sponsoring 3 to 5 people a month? Because the thing is, if you sponsor 3 to 5 people a month, let's say you sponsor 3 people, because we always talk about how your business is broken up into thirds. If you sponsor 3 people, one of them is probably not ever going to sell a dime. One of them is going to sell, you know, whatever, $100, $200 a month, maybe. And one of them is going to really give it a shot, statistically speaking. You know, my husband has this phrase that always makes me laugh, and he's, from the day I met him, he's always said this. like when you go to buy something, let's say you go to buy cereal, right? If you have one, you have none. If you have two, you have one. If you have three, you have two, right? Because you always have one that you're using up, like, and then it's gone, okay? Same goes with your team. Same goes with your leaders, okay? So let's just say that you're a purple status presenter. If you have 2 leaders, you have 1. Shoot to have 3, because then you'll have 2 solid. Do you see what I'm saying? If you are a black status presenter, and I will tell you something, there are a lot of black status presenters that don't maintain because they don't have those 4 solids. I'm not exactly sure if it's something where, you know, you work so hard to get to black status and to get those 4 that once they hit it, if they don't kind of take a breather, God knows you need to take a breather from time to time. But I wonder sometimes when people relax and they think, I've made it. Okay, now I can relax for a little bit, and then you know, I'll take a little bit of time off because I worked really hard to get here. All true stories. I worked really hard to get here, so I'm just going to take a little bit of a break and then gear back up. Well, I will tell you, momentum is very hard to get going. To get that wave of business going is very difficult. If you have the wave, don't stop. If you have the system, the work ethic, that kind of a thing going, don't stop, because then you run the risk of starting over. The reason that I hit my business so hard and fast, a couple reasons. Number one, I knew that opportunities don't come along very often. I was 43 years old when I found this opportunity, and I had been looking for it all my life, since high school, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I kept thinking I was going to have to like develop a product, or what. I had to be self-employed. I just knew my brain, and I can't sit at a desk, even though I'm sitting at this desk, but I can get up anytime I want. I'm the boss of me. That's what I needed. I needed to be the boss of me. But I also knew that, so I had to take advantage of the opportunity when it was there. I also knew that I needed to create a huge wave of business and ride that wave as long as I could. And as I saw that wave starting to dip, I needed to create another wave of business to keep it going, okay? Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. I never stopped long enough to, it's not to say I didn't go look at my numbers, because I wanted to see, you know, where I was as far as hitting my goals. But it was like this. I'm online, I'm reaching out to people, I'm messaging people, I find myself running out of online parties, I don't know who to talk to. Okay, I'm gonna just wing in a prayer, go to Facebook and just start searching and just start seeing where I'm being led. See if I see somebody I haven't talked to in a while. Comment on their post. Make these connections again. Make these connections again. Maybe I'm desperate enough, I'm going to reach out and do like a cold message to somebody I haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe I'm going to reach out to somebody who's a good friend of mine and say, girlfriend, listen, I'll love you forever, but you have got to do an online party for me this month. I am so close to a promotion. Girl, you know what I'm saying? I'll buy you a cup of coffee. I'll buy you a drink, whatever you're, you know, right? Movies on me. Like I got to do this. Reach out to those friends and let them know where you are in your business, okay? So I would search and find these people and find these online parties. And here's the thing. I didn't slow down long enough to say, oof, I've made it. Okay? No. I would be like, oh, look at my numbers. Oh, okay, good. But I'm so busy trying to find parties and working those parties that I don't have time to look in my back office. And to be honest with you, I don't have time to worry and fret over what my team is or is not doing. That doesn't mean I'm not in there with my team. I'm right there with them. They're running with me. I'm saying, oh my God, so this is what I'm doing. Oh, I just did this. Who's doing this? We're like in the group together working. It's not me sitting up on high saying, what have you done for me lately? Because a couple problems with that. Number one, ew. Okay, ew. The energy that brings, that you know, you have to come from a place of what can I do for you? That's where I'm coming from right now. What can I do for you? Because I'm going to be honest with you right now. I don't need to be doing this. I don't need to be doing Facebook Lives. My business is to the point, I've got 20, depends on the month, but like 27 first generation elites. I did not build all of those girls, right? Some of those rolled up to me, but I built the ones above who built the ones below. And when they left, and by the way, people are going to leave. It's just part of the business. Who do you know that's been in the same job forever and ever? Nobody. Everybody, I mean, right? Right? I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just saying, don't fret yourself when people leave. That's a whole other Oprah that I need to get into. But that's the benefit of building a strong business and building wide, is that when somebody leaves, you're sad that they left, okay? I will tell you 90% of the time, people who leave because they haven't been maintaining. And that's the truth of it. Because if they have a strong business that they have worked so hard for, why would they leave? They're leaving for greed because they think they're going to be able to get the easy money somewhere else. But I am here to tell you, and this comes not just from my love of the company and Derek and Melanie and all of that. This comes from my business brain, that you might see something that looks like a quick flash in the pan, but I am telling you there's a catch. There's a catch. This is the only comp plan that I have seen that does not have a catch. And it rewards you for your hard work. And if you're not happy with the income that you're making, you have the power to change it. Up that PRS. Your PRS should be way more than $500. I mean, seriously. So $500, you're making $130 a month on your PRS. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Don't you want to make more money than that? I was making a couple thousand up until, I was green status and I was making a couple $1,000s a month because of me. I didn't look to my team to make money. And I guess, maybe back then I had the benefit of not realizing the potential, like, of how much money you could make from the team. So maybe that was to my advantage, that you know what I mean? I didn't know. And so I just kept chugging along. And to me, it was all up to me. How much could I sell? Not how much could I buy? I would buy products for myself. But to be honest, I was selling so much that I actually would use my Y-Cash to buy my stuff because I didn't need the PRS, right? Nowadays, we tell people don't use your Y-Cash because because most people need the PRS. So first thing you do is you look to yourself. What am I not doing? If you are struggling in an area, be honest with your team and say, this area is a challenge for me. I'm a great salesperson, but I really challenge in sponsoring. Reach out to your team. Let them know that you're vulnerable. Let them know that you're just like them and you struggle too, because guess what? There's probably a girl on your team who's really good at sponsoring but can't sell. And she could use whatever it is that you do, and you can share information. They'll respect you a lot more too, the more vulnerable that you are. So here's what we do. So that's what I do. I go through, I look, I say, what is your PRS? Okay. And then I say, how many have you sponsored in the last 6 months? Then I look at how many have you sponsored overall and how many are qualified on this 10th day of the month when we have brand new products and an amazing kudos. Yeah, because if you have, let's see, let me look at this one. Yeah, if you have 55 that you've sponsored and you have 2 that are qualified, that's a problem, okay? That's a problem. Not to say you're not, don't attach your worth to this. You're not a bad person or anything like that. But here's the other thing. If you want to know why your business is not doing well, this is why. So now we have something to work with, okay? Now, sidebar real quick. when someone comes to me and says, you know, I've got this girl on my team and she's amazing and she's doing everything right. She's doing everything right, but her team isn't building and her team isn't growing. Well, she's not doing everything right, okay? I've heard she's doing all the things, Sherry, she's doing all the things. Okay, well, she may be doing all the things, but she's not doing enough of the things in a short time span. Massive action. Been listening to a lot of Tony Robbins, so hold on to yourself. Massive action. You have to take massive action. When someone says to me, well, how many online parties do I have to do? Boom, you lose. No, too bad. Sorry, not gonna make it. Why are you asking me what the minimum is? Why are you asking me what the minimum is? Do online parties. And here's the other thing. Do you want to be a salesperson for the rest of your life? I didn't. I don't. No. I don't have to do online parties anymore. Online parties are the way to go. Doesn't mean I want to do them for the rest of my life. But if I wanted to grow my business, that is where I would go. Because it's a simple formula. You just got to repeat it over and over and over and over and over. But see, that's the other thing I knew, just from having worked in sales. I didn't want to be a salesperson forever. I wanted to get to manager as quickly as I possibly could. Now, green manager? No. Orange manager? No. Purple? No. Black status? Only when you have 6 solid elites. If you have 6 solid elites and you decide that you want to go into management mode, that's fine. If you don't want to sponsor, well, you should still be sponsoring at least 3. You don't sponsor 5 a month, but you should still be sponsoring at least 3. I still sponsor because you have to prepare for people to drop off because they're going to drop off. So here's the other thing. So when I have someone come to me talking about their business and let's say they're not maintaining their status. Remember the whole thing? Like, let's just say if you're purple, if you have 2, you have 1. So if you're purple and you have 2 elites, you're probably really orange. Do you see what I'm saying? This is straight talk here. If you hit your promotion in November, November is a gift. It is a Christmas gift to you. Magical things happen. Rabbits come flying out of hats in November, okay? I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I hit black status level 1 in November a year ago, okay? So it's been almost 2 years, okay? I hit black status level 1. I hit it in November and I hit it again in December. I didn't hit it January. I didn't hit it February. Do you see what I'm saying? Then I'd hit it and then I wouldn't hit it and then I'd hit it and then I wouldn't hit it, okay? Guess what I did last November? Black status 2. So this whole last year, I have hit black status 2. I haven't counted. I don't know exactly how many months that I hit black status 2 since November, because it's not the point. It's not the point. The point is, what have I done for you lately? What have I given back? So I don't even know. I don't know. A handful of times I've hit it. A lot of months I didn't, because I think I've had the exclusives. It was the $1 million in the 4th gen. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So if you hit your promotion in November and you haven't hit it since, don't beat yourself up, okay? Don't beat yourself up. It happens to all of us. It happens to everybody. You just got to keep on keeping on and see where this November is going to bring you. But here's the thing. I had some people have an amazing September. I had some people have a horrible September. You know what the difference is? Because I think company-wide, there was like less than 10 orange status promotions in the month of September? Do you know why that is? Because the people who hit orange in September never stopped working all summer long. That's why. But most people did stop working. because they told themselves, oh, there's no business, it's slow, and they're busy as well, and they are slower months. Doesn't mean you can't still grow, okay? Doesn't mean you can't still grow. But like, okay, so here's the other part. You need to be well balanced in your team, in your back office. So if you have, let's say you're a purple status, okay? We'll just go back to that because we've been using that as an example. So you're a purple status, you've got 2 elites, so you probably have 1 strong one and 1 is kind of in and out, okay? And in a lot of cases, if you only have 2, one of them will fall off completely, okay? That happens a lot. I see that a lot. Same thing with black status. You have 4 and 1 will fall off completely. 1 will be kind of halfway iffy. Like if they feel like it, maybe they'll hit, right? They're the kind of person that comes in and buys the last day of the month. Okay, that's not somebody who's interested in building a team and long-term sustainability. Okay, that's the kind of a person. No judgment. I'm just telling you, you got to know where people are at. You got to know, are they a hobbyist? Are they part-time? Do they want part-time or do they want full-time? That's what you need to know when you look in your back office. So if you are really heavy on one leg, let's just say that 80% of your business is from one leg of your company. This is something that I see a lot. 80% of your business is in one leader leg of your company. And I see leaders focusing. So like let's say I'm purple and I got a green under me with a super, super strong leg and they're the majority of my company. I don't need to spend a lot of time focused on that leg of my company. But I see that a lot. I see it a lot when the sponsor will focus on that leg of the company. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if it's that you're excited that you see a lot of people working. So you're like, oh, yay. I get that, right? Like there's nothing we want more than somebody who's really wanting to work with us and as excited as we are. But here's the thing. If that team is chugging along, you need to spend your time with your circle. You need to spend your time with your other people. You need to have a circle group. I want to make sure that you have a group just for your circle. And you need to train them every single month. They have got to get qualified in the first week of the month. Give them a goal. Who's qualified by the 7th of the month? Because I come from a perspective of you're always going to have rock stars. You're always going to have a couple rock stars. They're few and far between. But if you can get even the most, what's the word I'm looking for? If you can get your presenters, even the ones who don't have a lot of faith in themselves, don't have a lot of self-confidence, aren't really sure they can do this, are really scared, if you can get them to sell something and break it down into baby steps, that's major. That's huge. If you could get 20 people to sell $100 each, I mean, how easy is it to sell $100, right? Some leaders, and I'm not saying this is wrong, this is just different styles. Some leaders get in there and say, everybody has to sell $2,000 by the second week of the month, and big, audacious, hairy goals, right? I am a go-getter, and I am type A to the textbook, look me up in the dictionary, right? Type A. But if somebody says that to me, I shut down. Because I put so much pressure on myself that if somebody else is putting pressure on me, I can't function. I freeze up. I give up. I give up because I can't take it. Because it makes me like nauseous. I can't do it. I like to show people what they're actually capable of. Really, Bella? I like to show them what they're capable of. So I say to my circle, okay, guys, first of the month, here we go. This is what we have going on. I want everybody to get qualified within this first week. Get to $125 in sales that first week. And then I'll have some, an eyeliner or something, right? Don't give away the farm. I never give away the farm. something that you already have, okay? I like to do product because a lot of girls aren't buying the product to try. So I like to, or sometimes, you show them a picture. Look, I got 5 things here. Pick what you want. Take a picture. Tell me which one you want. I'll send it to you, right? With a nice little note, okay? That's your first week of the month. Your second week of the month, okay, guys, you did 125 last week. Let's do 125 this week. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Get those, you know what I'm saying? You get them the second week to 250. You don't have to go looking in your back office to see who qualified. You do a post and say, give me a screenshot. Save yourself the trouble. I used to go do the work. No, and then it gets to the point. You can't. It's too much. You got to be engaged and focused on your business. I've had people miss out because they weren't paying attention. Well, hey, pay attention. Pay attention. So second week, 250. Guess what we do the third week? Right? You can do another 125. Or what I like to do, this is what I like to do. Because once you get past that second week of the month, you've got your rock stars. You've got some that are already at 500, maybe 750. Maybe they're over 1,000 already. You don't want the ones that are slower to feel like they don't have a chance. And you don't want the ones that are really going for it to not be inspired. So what I usually do for the third week of the month is I will say, for every $250 that you sell, you get a ticket in the hat. Or for every whatever. It's whatever you want to do. Make those 250 people sell a little bit more. So you could say for every $375 or more, or round it up to 400 so you don't have to worry about the math. Because I just, and sometimes I'll say, listen, get your booty. You just sold $250. You can do this. You can do this. Get to $500 for every $500 and more. You get a ticket in the hat. And there's an app called Names in a Hat, or like a drawing app or whatever. So every week I give away a small little something. Okay. And it just helps. For me, I like to play games. I like to play games because I get bored easily. And so if I know that there's a short focus, sometimes too what works really well is, okay guys, you got 48 hours to sell 4 mascaras. You got 48 hours to sell 4 splash. You got 48 hours to sell 2 addiction eye palette. Whatever, $100. Tell them 48 hours to sell $100. Post it in the thread, and now I'm going to do a drawing, okay? So what I'm saying is that's what you need to focus on with your circle, because you already have this strong leg over here. Now you're there to help them, of course, but that's not where you're going to spend the majority of your time, because you need to build leaders. You need to find these people. So, okay. So now, because also the other thing is I'm going to be worried if somebody is the majority of my team. Now I'm going to be worried because if they start, they could affect my circle. I got to maintain that circle to maintain my status. So that leads me to when I first start going into my back office and scrolling through my downline, I look at lifetime. Well, first thing I do is I go through this month's PRS, okay? And I'm scrolling down and I'm seeing lots of zeros, lots of zeros. But then I see this new girl. She's brand new. She sold $156. It's the 10th of the month. Hi. Hello. I'm going to reach out to her. I don't care if she's under somebody else. That's the other part. That's the other part. That's a red flag. That is a red flag as red as my lipstick. When you have someone in your downline that gets mad if you reach out to someone in their downline, okay? Because that's a problem. If you get mad, if I got mad at Tammy for reaching down to someone in my downline, why? Is she taking money away from me? No. Is she connecting with somebody and helping me with my workload? Yeah. Is she helping my income? Yeah. Is she helping that person feel connected with the company? Maybe they connect better than I connect with her. Yeah. Is that person going to stick around a lot longer because maybe her and I don't get along, but she worships Tammy? So if you have a problem, if I had a problem with Tammy doing that, what does that say? That says my ego is out of control. That's what that says, okay? That says that, am I worried about her liking Tammy more than me? Okay, well, I need to go to therapy because I got to figure that out because that's not right, okay? It's not right. We're all in this together. If by Tammy going to this person hurt my team and hurt my income, okay. If Tammy's throwing me under the bus, okay. That's another issue. Most often that's not what's happening. Most often it is that it is an insecurity and it is an ego thing and it is a presenter feeling like they're less than and they're not doing enough and they have to appear to have it all together. None of us have it all together. So let that go, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. If you find yourself with these feelings, you need to get over it. You need to figure out how to get over it, okay? Because you're hurting your own business. You are your problem in your business, okay? Unless your upline is destructive. And that is the case sometimes. Sometimes there are uplines that have caused problems in their teams, in the downlines. If that is the case, you have every right, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, okay? As long as you're doing it for the right reasons. But if you're doing it because you want to be the special one, you want to be the one in charge, you want to be all of that, let that go. Please let that go because you're hurting yourself. Okay. So I'm going down and I'm finding this cutie here and she's got $156 in sales and she's a white status presenter and I look over, that's all she's ever sold, 156, because I'm looking at her lifetime PRS. I'm reaching out to her, okay? I'm going to reach out to all the people in the downline, I don't care where they are, that in my team that have qualified this month. And I'm going to say, you're amazing, right? And you're going to send like a little voice message to say, hey, doll, I just want to let you know. Send them a friend request. Make sure you're Facebook friends with them. Okay, that's the first thing. Second place I go, I scroll down for lifetime PRS because I'm going to tell you something right now. I see a yellow status presenter who has a lifetime PRS of $14,500 and she has sold bupkis this month. She's only sold $126 in the last 3 months. Okay, so she's going to, if she doesn't sell anything this month, she's going to be highlighted in red next month. I'm going to reach out to her. Girlfriend knows how to sell. Within that 14,000, here's what I know. If you have a huge lifetime PRS and she only has 2 people she's ever sponsored, nobody's qualified right now. In fact, they've both faded away. She has nobody on her team. Do you see how close she got to pink? She's not following up with her customers. There's a gold mine in there. You think in that $14,500, knowing that most customers, the average sale is probably about $75. That's a lot of customers. There is 0 follow-up there. That's where her work is, right? So that's what I know about her. And again, this isn't judgment. This is to be able to help. But I got to know, girlfriend, listen, where would you like for your business to go? Because you are such a good salesperson. You have got it. I want to help you. I want to help you figure out. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Every single person in the universe is capable of doing this business. The reason that they don't succeed, this is where you have to be a therapist. You have got to help them figure out, what are they afraid of? What is stopping them? What story are they telling themselves that is preventing them, let's say, from sponsoring? Are you not sponsoring because you're afraid to actually say the words? You like skip around it. Oh, this business is so fun. Oh, and you're like running around the horn, but you're not actually saying to them, you need to do this with me. It could be as simple as you're picking up your kids from school and you look at your friend and you go, why are you doing this with me? How's that? How's that for a recruiting line, right? Figure it out. Why are they afraid that they're going to look stupid? Are they afraid someone's going to say no? Well, I guarantee you people are going to say no. Most people are going to say no. Are you afraid of the no? Well, then get used to the no. Talk to yourself. Figure it out. Think on paper. Write down. What am I afraid of? What am I afraid they're going to say? They're going to say no. I'm going to look stupid. Are you really going to look stupid? If your neighbor came over and said, oh my gosh, listen, you need to come sell these bags with me. I am having so much fun and we can do this together. Do you think she's an ass? No, you don't. Sorry, I shouldn't say those words on my trainings, but I'm just saying. Do you think that she's a jerk? No, you don't. You're flattered that she asked. Are you not? Right? You need to flip it in your head. I don't like salespeople. I don't like to sell. I don't like salesy. I don't like slimy. I don't like any of that stuff. So I had to figure out a way years ago, because I had to make money and pay bills. How can I do this that rings true to me? And that's when I started doing that whole go watch my The Art of Non-Selling. That's how I do it. I have to do it the way that is genuine and rings true to my heart. And then I'm better at it because it's who I am. Okay? All right. I only have a couple minutes here. I got 5 more minutes and then I have to go because I got an appointment. So I'm looking at lifetime PRS now. Okay. Now, oh, see, here's something else that just caught my eye. All right. Here's a girl. She's got 0 sales this month. She's blue status. She has a lifetime PRS of $10,800. She has sponsored 40 people and 0 are qualified. This is a red flag. This is a problem. Out of those 40 people that she has sponsored, 1, 2, 3, 4 are left. And none of them have sold anything this month. Okay. Couple things this tells me is that she's an awesome recruiter. She's at sales. She's okay at sales. She is possibly lacking in the training on how to train her team. And again, you don't feel like you ever have to be this certain thing in your head of like what a leader should look like or what, you know, a lot of people get to leadership level and they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to lead. No, work your business and then have them run with you. Think about, I always use the example of running on a racetrack and you're running the track and people start joining your team and you're looping the track. At no point do you ever stop to turn around and look at your team. Don't stop to look at them. You need to be leading that race, running with them. This is what I'm doing today. What are you doing today? That's what I'm doing now. See, I'm showing you what I do every day and what I've done from the beginning, because now you're going to do this, but then we're going to follow up. That's where the shaming comes in. That's where we're going to use peer pressure to our advantage, because if you're not doing this, then we're going to point fingers at you and make fun. No, I'm not going to make fun of you. I'm just trying to show you, because here's the thing. I am so happy to work with the willing, okay? But what I get frustrated with, and what I know a lot of you get frustrated with, is if someone's just coming to me to gripe about their business, but they have no intention of growing their business and actually doing the work, they're wasting my time and they're wasting their time. I have a lot of people to help. And I want to help as many as possible. So time is precious. So don't go to your leader, don't go to your sponsor and complain about your business if you really, in your heart of hearts, like check yourself. Do I really want to do what it's going to take to get there? Maybe you don't know what it's going to take. So maybe you need to know what it's going to take. Okay. Maybe that's the case. And that's legit. That's totally legit. So that's why I'm doing this now too, just to show you like some ideas on what to do. So we're going through the downline. I want you to spend time. Now, you still have to do the other things and get your parties going, okay? Because you need to build your business and you need, remember, you got 2, you got 1, you got none, okay? You need layers of backup. You need like wide business, lots of teams, okay? So then what I do is, so now I've gone through lifetime PRS. Now that's a lot of people to reach out to. This is a lot of work for you to do. And I'd like to give you a task to do. And then I want us to meet up again tomorrow afternoon. Okay. I'm not sure what time yet, but I'll post it. Okay. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to go through your downline and I want you to select 5 people. Okay. I would recommend starting with the people who have really sold this month, okay? Give them a quick shout out. Give them a shout out and let them know that you see them, that you see the work that they're doing and you think they're amazing. Let them know, like this person here, she has sold $217 this month so far. She has sold the most on this team. She is yellow status. Reach out to her and say, listen, and count how many people. Out of this many people, you have sold the most this month, $217. You're amazing. Maybe you give her a shout out on your team page. Now she's like 4 levels down. So what? Who cares? She's awesome. Go back through and find out who are the people who have the highest lifetime PRS on this team. I see a 12,000 here. Oh, but then there was that 14,000, right? So she's going to end up probably being the winner. Other than the leaders, so there's 2 leaders. But then the next one is a yellow status, 14,500. And offer your services. Let her know, honey, I'm here to help you. Let me know if there's anything that you need. Let me know. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? This is so fantastic. Okay? Maybe she just needs somebody to reach out. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to find 5 people. I want you to reach out to them. So this is not hard. If you can do more, see, that's the minimum. If you really want to grow your business, you're going to reach out to 15. Okay? But 5 is the minimum. If you found yourself already thinking, oh, I can do 5, whatever, and you weren't already thinking, oh, I can do more than that, that's a mindset thing. We gotta dig into that. I want you to have a conversation with these people. I don't want you to just like tag them and whatever. I want you to get to know them. I want you to have a conversation with them, even if it's through Facebook Messenger. I want you to connect. And we're going to get back in here tomorrow afternoon and we're going to talk a little bit more and we're going to go to the next step. Okay. That was a lot of stuff to absorb, and hope you took notes and get rolling on it. And I'm going to go to my appointment, but I'll post later this afternoon the time for tomorrow. And I'm thinking, hold on, off the top of my head. No, I don't. Wait. I have some things tomorrow. I have to figure it out, but we'll do it in the afternoon. Okay. Thanks guys for joining me. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will see you tomorrow. Keep commenting below. Okay. We'll keep the conversation going throughout the day. Love you.